I'm a single mom, homeschooling 2 kids, building a business during an apocalypse. What could possibly go wrong? Right? It's fine. Hi, I'm Liz Dunich, a life, leadership, and business coach, dropping truth bombs with the occasional F-bomb sprinkled for spice. And I am going to share with you my tips and tricks for being in the quarantine.
Let's talk about self-care. So I'm going to say something that's probably going to be a little bit unpopular. So I have an assertion that if you are experiencing now already being really tired, run down, exhausted, not taking care of your body, not taking care of your nutrition, not taking care of water intake, that likely it wasn't fully sufficient for the life you were living before walking into the pandemic. Now, during a time where there's a lot of extra stresses and circumstances going on, it's totally normal to need to raise the level of well being that you're taking on. And it's pretty common societally right now for people to be hovering right over top of what I would call a well being breakdown, or right over top of about to fall apart, right over top of about to get sick, right over top of like one step away from not being well enough to do the things that you love to do. And we can hover in that one step away for a very long time. The trouble with that is you don't get to experience as much pleasure in your body. You don't get to experience as much pleasure in your life as you could when you're fully nourishing body, mind, heart, and soul. So, my call forward is for us to take care of ourselves to such a degree that we walk out on the other side of this pandemic, and we will walk out the other side. But we walk out the other side more nourished than before walking into quarantine or lockdown or physical isolation. That we walk out more connected to ourselves and each other and start creating our world from there. Worlds for ourselves and also as a collective. So the thing about self-care is we like to make it really complicated. And basically, we're just complicated houseplants. We need water, we need nourishment, we need sunlight, we need some air, and we need to be talked to nicely. I don't know if you've seen those pictures, but you talk nice to your plants, they're much happier. So what I would love to hear from you or to see is, what do you need to put in place that would have those things be non-negotiable? And I totally get it. The question that jumps up for any of the parents is, my kids are home all the time. How is that possible? It's not going to look like anything it's ever been before. And let's be real, it wasn't working before. So, what are you going to put in place that would have you rested? Does it mean that you need to go to bed earlier and get up earlier? Does it mean you need to go to bed later and get up later? Does it mean that you need to create shifts where you have a nap and you break up the night in different ways? Find the ways that your body is nourished, your mind is nourished. How can you include your kids in the meditations you're doing? How can you include your kids in your movement? How can you have your kids even be a structure to ensure you do the things that you say you're going to do? There are a lot of kids that are totally game for some push-up challenges and finding ways to actually utilize the fact that they're there to support your self-care in ways that you wouldn't have been able to when they were gone during the day. So water yourself. Make sure you're getting the nourishment that really allows your body to feel good. Get some sunlight, open the windows, and if you're able to, head outside to places where it's safe, and speak nicely to yourself.